Aqua the Punch TV, so much and then the first time I do her channel, yeah. Subscribe my and like and share, we swear, I drink share our comment section or for my everything for some lamina say a political trending story be up to for much. I say, everything for a gentleman, just say, alphabet be a be a can everything for my uncle, near uncle video name, right? By the Munchimuna ever blame.
Outstanding registration has just started. What's the way forward and for you?
Well, I think that JB has done justice to the transition and all. The 9 seats saga. I know that our base is really deeply worried about what happens to or appears to be in some instances pure criminality. Being perpetrated by persons who ought to know better at the Electoral Commission. I've seen a video of Bosman Asari where a journalist was asking him to show which law permits the Electoral Commission to recollate. And he quotes Regulation 43 and 47 of CI 143 and I think Article 40 of the Constitution. None of which actually empower the Electoral Commission to do recollation. I've seen the tweets from the Electoral Commission suggesting that in 2004 there was a recollation again. Again, that's factually incorrect. I've spoken to persons who were at the Electoral Commission at the time, directors at the Electoral Commission at the time, and they've been very clear on what happened. It was in Pro East. It was not a recollation. There was no recollation done at the time. And so what the Electoral Commission has done is illegal. It's in contempt of a Supreme Court injunction. And so all the persons who carried out that exercise are liable for contempt of court. And I believe that it's important that we lay down the gauntlet and set a precedent so that people do not abuse arbitrarily powers that have been given to them. In fact, the conduct of the Electoral Commission is what the Constitution warns about in Article 296, where it says that you will not use public power arbitrarily and capriciously. That's basically what you're seeing the Electoral Commission do. I mean, it's clear to everybody that in Obuasi East, for example, where that gentleman stood and fought 2 military men who were on an illegal assignment, and the people of Obuasi East voted for the NDC candidate. He was duly declared as parliamentary candidate-elect, and then the Electoral Commission comes to Accra to try and re-announce or re-declare somebody else. That's illegal, and that will not be countenanced. You understand me? In Okaikwe North, and I've heard Bosman Asari, he stopped short of mentioning my name. I think that's cowardice. You know, if he is confident in what he's saying, I'm mentioning his name. He should be bold enough to mention my name. Was laid at his hands and at gunpoint and knife point, forced their returning officer.
You have a gun and a knife.
to declare results in Okaikwe Central. First and foremost, Mr. Bosman Asari must know that he's not clothed himself in any glory or dignity in his conduct as Deputy Electoral Commissioner. From his irresponsible comments of saying that the NDC is a threat to our democracy, to his pure partisan behavior, even at IPAC meetings. I mean, and to suggest that Okaikwe Central, Mr. Bosman Asari should show Ghanaians evidence of the returning officer reporting to the Electoral Commission that he made those declarations under duress. Look, there are videos of me walking with the Electoral Commissioner. Yes. The Electoral Commissioner's name is Mr. Degenu, the returning officer for Okaikwe Central. His name is Mr. Degenu. He's alive. He's not dead. What they did at Tesano, they brought somebody who is not the returning officer.
Where was the returning officer?
He refused to show up. He said to them he will not be part of the illegality. And so go and see the declaration that was done. Look, and you see, they have circulated a video of myself and the returning officer. His picture is there. The video of him doing the declaration is there. Now go and take footage of the declaration of Patrick Boama that was done at Tesano and see if it is the same person. Because they have not disputed that the person who did that declaration of Baba Sadiq is the returning officer. They claim he did it under duress. How is it that that returning officer has now changed to a different person? The reason why they asked A.B. Bright's declaration to be brought back is they claim that a different returning officer did her declaration.
Yeah.
Now they have gone to find another person, not the returning officer, Mr. Degenu, Courage Degenu, to do the declaration. So that declaration of Patrick Boama is null and void and of no consequence. It's an illegality, and everybody involved. Look, the individual who went there on whoever's instruction to pretend to be the returning officer is a criminal.
Exactly.
Because what he's done is pure criminal. To pretend
to be somebody,
to be a public officer, declaring an election when you are not. And I think that we must ensure that the law works for once to serve as a deterrent to people. So that's the Okaikwe central issue. And yes, look, people say, oh, you did a declaration with 110 out of 141 polling stations. Absolutely, nobody is disputing that. But you see, as the NDC, we would not accept a situation where the NPP claim that they did not have their pink sheets, but they have scanned copies of pink sheets. Yeah. You can only have a scanned copy when you have the original to scan. We demanded to see those scanned, the original copies of the scan. They didn't present them. Then the Electoral Commission brings master sheets. And in those 31 polling stations, you realize that one, the handwriting is the same. How do you expect me? And people say, what was my business there? I was there as an agent of the party. We had completed in Ningo Pram Pram on Sunday. This activity at the regional office was on Monday. And the party is at liberty. Who becomes their representation? Exactly. At the time, I was there with Peter Boama Otukuno, Fred Owari, and Frank Davis were present.
In their capacity
as what? For Patrick Boama. They were allowed to be there. So when people say, what was Sam George's business there? I was there as my party's agent.
Excellent.
I had legal locus there.
Yeah.
I had accreditation from the Electoral Commission to be there. The regional director, Madame Pinkra, actually, when we pointed out that the consistency of handwriting on the 31 master sheet was so shell-shocked, she said she wanted the police to immediately investigate the matter because this was criminal. Her words. So how do you expect me as an agent to accept 31 fraudulent master sheets, collation sheets, declaration forms? I won't. And that's why we said we will not accept them. And Mr. Fred Owari and Frank Davis, myself and Otukuno had a meeting there where we agreed that given the challenges with those 31, once the 110, there were no challenges, we should proceed with that. Anybody who had a challenge could then go to court, because the only way to determine what really went on, there are two routes in those 31 polling stations, was to go back into the ballot boxes and recount the ballot papers in the ballot boxes, or to rehold the election in those 31 polling stations. But the Electoral Commission does not have the power to do so. Only a high court has the power to declare any of those two directions. And so what you do is you declare what is not in contention. If someone is aggrieved, they go to court, and the court will give a direction on what to do. It does not lie in Mensa's mouth or Bosman Asari's mouth to determine what to do. In the case of A.B. Bright, declaration has been done. Collation of all the pink sheets had been done. She had won. Now you claim your own figures again. That will not hold. In the case of Ablekuma North, Irabina Oben, Eke Efriye, who is the MPP candidate, shows up there. 281 polling stations. She does not have a single pink sheet. Not even one. Yet she has 281 scanned pink sheets. No fiscal pink sheets. Again, the Electoral Commission at the time said they were attacked and their pink sheets got destroyed. They had 160 pink sheets that they had already entered onto their collation system before the attack. So what we did was we agreed that since there are 3 parties in the collation, the Electoral Commission, the NDC, and the NPP, at any point in time where 2 of the 3 parties can agree on the numbers, we would accept it. So once the EC had 160, we had our pink sheets. We had 245 of our pink sheets out of 281. The rest got damaged. We had the fiscal pink sheets. So what we will do is we will verify the 160 the EC had. They can also use their scan to verify, but we will verify with the EC. So we verified the 160 from the EC and then continued to do another 56, which brought us to 59, which brought us to 219 polling stations based on our pink sheets. Anytime we stated our figures, the MPP also checked their so-called scan and said they agreed with them. We took a break on Monday at 8:45 p.m. Now, if Boss Manasari says that the presiding officer in Ablekuma North was also under duress, he's called Mr. Obeng. Mr. Obeng left. If I had put him under duress and he stayed there till 8:45, we closed and he went home to Kwashiman, slept, woke up in the morning, and picked the vehicle and came back again the following day.
He was still under threat.
What kind of duress is that? If the man was under duress and went home, why did he come back? He came back and declared the results because he said he would not accept pinches. And you see, I must commend Mr. Obeng because he showed up at Tesano. And when he showed up at Tesano and the MPP and the region and the EC at National were compelling him to accept the MPP scan copies, he said that's not what they trained him to do. If they have scanned copies, he wants to see the physical pink sheets because scanned copies can be altered. And so, where we stand today, I hear there's a meeting today. If the MPP has their pink sheets, they should bring them. If they don't have their pink sheets, they either declare based on what has been done. Anybody who has a challenge should go to court. Let the court then determine that we should go back and if we declare counted 219, the remaining 62, if the court says that we should boxes are here have been damaged in a fire at the Kwashiman school. So they are not
the Punch TV, so much and then the first time I do her channel, subscribe my and like and share, we will share our comment section.